Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is Maeve of Connacht, #1. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It does. A comic out of Ireland, kind of interesting stuff. Written by Suzanne Stapleton with additional writing by Toby Osborne, edited by Paul Collins, illustrated by Jennifer Ryan Kelly, as well as Dragon Nest Studio. Andrea COrsini, Moonmistix, and Caanan White did a back cover illustration, lettering by Brown Roof Studio and Ryan Bielak. All right, so this is an interesting one. A publisher reached out to me. I think this is their first release, and they sent me a lot. They sent me a comic, a nice little warm hat, there's a puzzle, mouse pads, just all sorts of items to help promote the comic. Nice little letter as well. And yeah, so it's a comic to tell stories out of Ireland, the Emerald Isle of Ireland, as it says in the letter, from throughout the ages. So this one, it's intriguing. So it's about this girl who's turns 18. She's a warrior, wants to lead her people. Father wants to marry her off. Looks like they are potentially being invaded. She might have to lead the forces. She's also having like dreams that may be real because there's some sort of like magical element to it all. It's interesting. It's actually a very intriguing story. It's entertaining. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It's one of those of like, it feels very rough. The best way I can describe it is it feels like a comic I would pick up at a gift shop from a museum to kind of tell me more about what I just learned at the museum. Generally, when I've done those in the past, the comics, they're okay, they're educational, they get the job done, but at the same time, like, a little rough at times. And that's kind of the way I describe this. Like, the artist is decent, the storytelling is decent, the lettering is but there's potential here. I think part of it also is, like, me just completely being unfamiliar with Irish folklore and knowing any of this. I'm maybe not quite the audience for it, or maybe not quite like hooked as the way I should be if I knew that a little bit more. But overall, to me, it's okay. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing like really outstanding about it. It's a decent comic. And as a first time publisher, like you see a lot of potential here. There's some great stuff. I would say I'm going to point out the really, really solid. Like there's world map. I like what they're going with as far as of captions with this sort of look. The overall look of the comic is, I think, really kind of interesting. This like parchment old style to it. At the same time, like the lettering is off at times. It's funny. I had a discussion with a letterer recently, and we both kind of said the same thing. Is like it's hard to describe good lettering, but bad lettering. And this one's kind of rough at times. Some of the lettering is decent, but it also doesn't quite fit the art, the sizing of it compared to some of the speech bubbles doesn't quite work. So that stood out. And then also lettering in like what I just for this at times is hard to read as well. I would say the one thing I kind of wish it did was maybe dive into like, I guess what Gaelic would be the language, but more like actual native Irish brogue or whatever we would call it. Would be kind of cool to dive into a bit more. It's here and there, like it's not used enough. I actually would think using it more would be really cool. But it's not bad. As I say, like it's not bad. There's potential. There's some stuff that's really cool. If you like Irish folk tales, you might get more out of this than I did. The art is okay. I feel like I've seen this style elsewhere. So overall, like it's a nice first attempt. And I'd like to see where this publisher goes and what else they might put out over time. As I said, they've got a lot coming out, which is interesting. Like there was a puzzle they sent me. There's mouse pads, which are actually useful because I kind of need mouse pads right now. So yeah, like it's and a mug. There's a mug over here. So there's a lot. They're really going for the marketing and pushing this. So good luck to them. So this, I believe, is out in July. You can go check this out. We're going to have a link underneath the video on YouTube, Facebook, and our site. It's maeveofconnacht.com, just like the title. You can go and get more information there, and hopefully we'll have some places where you can purchase your own. So overall, intriguing. So yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to get this at shops, but, you know, hit up your shop, ask them for it. We got links beneath this video. Put in your zip code. He'll tell if a shop's near you. If not, we'll also have some links so you can go directly and hopefully purchase this. Probably not affiliate links, but, you know, just go support the comic if it sounds interesting to you. But if you want more interesting comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. More art like this. This is the art that's really, really good. Until next time, keep reading those comics. Keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.